November 8th, this fall in San Diego, California, we'll be at the Balboa Theater for the live podcast tour. Chicago, Birmingham, and Nashville are already sold out, but we still got tickets left in San Diego. If you guys want to come out, experience the presence of the Lord, worship with us, I believe that the word God has stored in my heart for San Diego is going to be so specific to the city and break chains. So if you live in Southern California, San Diego, or you just want to come, experience the presence of the Lord, and have fun at the live podcast tour, go to jesusinthestreet.org/tour. Come out to San Diego. We got some seats left. Love you guys. Enjoy the episode. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Bryce Crawford podcast. I'm Bryce, and today I have an incredible special guest with us today in the house. We got Tony.
Hey, man. Appreciate you for having me, bro.
How you doing, bro? Man, thanks for making time for us.
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm happy to be here, man.
Dude, I'm so excited to hear your story. You know, there's definitely a lot of people that have seen your story. There's also a lot of people that don't know much about you. And so I really believe in just a world that's deceived by sin, your story has a lot of power to it.
Yeah.
And, man, we'd just love to share, but just so people kind of get a backstory about you, where are you from? Where'd you grow up? What was that like?
I'm born in the Bluff, raised in Southwest Atlanta. I was born in the Bluff, and then I moved to Riverdale Road. Then I moved to East Point with my little sister. Then I moved in with my grandma, and I was raised pretty much up there in Cascade.
Yeah.
And then I bought my own townhouse when I was 17 on Fairview Road, which is still in Southwest Atlanta.
Yeah.
After high school, I pretty much raised in Southwest Atlanta.
What was your family dynamic like?
I'm pretty close with my grandma and my pops and my little sister.
Yeah.
And my little brothers, and that's part of my family. Just my brothers, my sisters, my grandma, and my pops. Them my main right hand family type stuff. And
would you say that growing up, you had a pretty loving family environment for the most part?
Yeah. My family always tried to make it work for me.
Yeah, that's great. So for people that don't know maybe who you are, you're a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been rapping? In general.
I've been rapping for 5 years.
Man, and what made you get into rapping?
I had just got kicked out of school for selling drugs. My daddy was trying to tell me to just get out of the street and stop doing what I was doing in the street, and put it on the beat, because I was either gonna die or get locked up for life. But at the time I wasn't really listening to that, because we be kids, we be arrogant, so I wasn't listening. But quarantine hit, and I was just bored, so I started trying to rap, and I was actually slick good at it. So I just kept going.
Yeah. And just so in quarantine kind of was when you were just hey, I'm going to start rapping. And how old were you? You started rapping?
Yeah, I was 15.
15?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 20.
No way.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. Okay. So 15, you start rapping in quarantine, kind of bored. I know you mentioned before we started that real sincere faith in Jesus has been a pretty recent thing, probably the last few months.
Yes, sir.
Man, kind of invite us into leading up to that. When you were 15, you started rapping, you said that you got kicked out of school for selling drugs. I mean,
Yeah.
how did that start? And then how did that kind of affect your life leading up to?
I just kept getting deeper and deeper in the street. At first, it started off with, all right, first of all, I used to hoop.
Uh-huh.
On my first time dunking, I had broke my wrist. That's when I still was trying to hoop a little bit. I had tried out for the school team, but the coach wanted me to come practice while my wrist was broke. And I was like, I'm not finna hoop when my wrist broke. I'm not finna wake up early. I ain't even finna, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I quit hooping, basically. After I broke my wrist, I quit hooping.
Yeah.
So after I quit hooping, I started serving. I started serving in the hallway, in cafeteria, anywhere, really, whatever nigga need. I serve him. So after that, that's what got me really start getting deep in the street. Cause then I started smoking. So after I started smoking, I had to supply my habit. So I started robbing. So after I started robbing, well, let me reframe that. Cause I wasn't robbing just to get high. I was robbing cause I also wanted to make money for myself.
Uh-huh.
Because I ain't being in my daddy's pocket.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you kind of wanted to be independent.
Yeah, I wanted to be independent. So I started robbing, and then my daddy used to catch me sneaking out and coming home after I just did something crazy. It went from that to, okay, I got kicked out of school. Then I come back. I tried to come back in 10th grade. I got kicked out again for a Nerf gun fight, something like that. So after that, my family was still like, they started getting on the edge with me. It was my last straw when I got my baby mother pregnant. That was in 10th grade. After that, she had called my grandma. She called the spot. And I told her, I was like, I can't have no baby right now because my folk gonna kick me out the spot. And I'm already in a whole lot of trouble, stuff like that. And then, so she got my grandma number and called her and told her she was pregnant so I can get kicked out the spot. And then, when I got kicked out the spot, I ain't had nowhere to go. So I went up to Cali and I started serving with my big brother. He gave me some little weed.
When you say like for people that don't know, like when you say serving, you're like selling. That's what you mean. You're outside, and you said you came out to Cali.
Yeah, so I started selling weed. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and I was out here. I was in Sacramento. I started selling weed in Sacramento so I can run up some money and go back down and get me a place to stay.
Yeah.
So I was selling weed in Sacramento
when you were like 16.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my gosh.
So after that, on my 17th birthday, I went back down to Atlanta. I had enough money in my account to go buy me a little townhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and bought me a little townhouse. And after that, I dropped like my first project that started doing something. So this is my second project though. But I dropped my second project and it started blowing up, like actually blowing up. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, dang. After that, I tell you about like a month later, I got a month or two later, I got signed. It really up for them.
Yeah. And so what I'm kind of hearing is like, man, started 15, before you broke your wrist, you were bored, got into drugs, you were smoking weed, then you started selling, and then you got your baby mama pregnant, and then you ended up getting kicked out of the house because she called your grandma and was like, hey, this went down. You went to California, were selling out there, then you bought a house here in Atlanta after you were selling there, and now you're rapping, your rap songs and projects are taking off. What kind of stuff were you rapping about at this time?
Murder, everything I was living. Where I'm from, it ain't peaches and cream, so
yeah, I
was just really rapping about what I was seeing and the life that I lived growing up and everything that I've been through and everything that I guess you could say, yeah, everything I was seeing. I just kept rapping about everything I was seeing.
So, I feel like, a lot of people associate rap music with that kind of vibe, like the drugs, the sex, the murder. But would you say that like 99% of people that rap, just in general, they're not rapping to like sell a song, they're rapping about stuff that they witnessed, grew up? Would you say that the rap game's like pretty honest? Because like for you, you're rapping about stuff that's personal to you, right?
I say, it's a 50-50. I say it depends on who you talking about because a lot of it do be capped. A lot of these folk do just be capping and doing this for an image. Like I say 90% of them doing it for an image. Only 10% of them really rapping about their life or what they been through in real testimonies. And the ones who do rap about real life, they music be better and be more relatable. But, yeah. I say 10% rap about real life, 90% be capped.
Gotcha. But for your instance, you were rapping about you were just sharing your story, things you witnessed, things you were doing, life, and
how I was taught.
I just think in general, we're not glorifying that part of your life, but I respect that. I respect your honesty because I think a lot of people just want honesty in general. Mm-hmm. And I think that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying, well, the guys that rap about their actual life, people enjoy it, but that it kind of makes sense because people want the real stuff just in general. People want honesty. People want transparency. So I respect that about you. And I can tell that you're just honest and humble and transparent about everything with your life.
Of course.
And so you're 17, you buy this townhouse in Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
When you're 17 years old.
Yes, sir.
Keep inviting us into that. You buy this townhouse, then what's going on? Does your life get better or worse now that you have your house? That's a big deal.
Yeah, I get signed, so I get my advance. I start buying clothes, cars, guns, jewelry, drugs, spending it on women. After that, I started getting a little too popular, so I felt like I had to move up out that townhouse. Cause like I say, I was on the Southwest Atlanta. Mm-hmm. If anybody know, who watching this video, they know where Fairburn Road is.
I know where that's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was living on Fairburn Road. So it was a little too ghetto over there. So it was about time for me to go ahead and just move out the way because I was getting too famous. So after that, I went and bought another apartment on, at least another apartment on 26th Street. I kept rapping, just kept rapping. I was getting deeper and deeper in the street though. I got locked up when I think 2-3 months after I moved to 26th Street because me and my brother, we were just playing around. We were just shooting Nerf guns and stuff like out the car.
Yeah.
Got locked up for that. It wasn't even the fact of me getting locked up. After that, I had spent all the money I had saved up on lawyer fees because it cost me and Bro Bun was $30,000 a piece.
Wow.
Then I spent $30,000 on my lawyer, 20 on his.
Wow.
So you can do the math right there. That's 60 plus 50.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
That's all I had put up.
Wow.
So after and mind you, my pride was in the money. So I was I'm the type of person who always calling somebody broke. You feel what I'm saying? I used to always be that type of person. So when I finally ran through all my money, it really humbled me. Cause I'm like, damn, I can't buy no more clothes. I'm rocking the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel bummy already. When I got out, see, everything just started going wrong when I was locked up. I was locked up, spent all my pay to get out. Then when I got out, they also kicked me out my apartment because I had shot one of the ladies with the little Orby gun. It was like somebody
the gel blaster.
Yeah. I shot somebody with the gel blaster. And they kicked me out. So I'm like,
those things were addicting when they came out. Those things were awesome.
Bro, everybody.
Wait, that's actually so funny.
They gave me 6 felonies for that, bro.
What? So when you were saying you and your brother were driving and shooting Nerf guns out the car, you're being for real. Like it was like Nerf guns.
Yeah, we were just playing. I think I was 18 at the time, so I was just stupid, like slow. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't know, we wasn't doing nothing lucrative. I never was taking financial literacy or reading books, and like I'm waking up every day getting high. So we like,
I can't believe like Nerf guns. You can get in trouble for shooting a Nerf gun.
I'm on first offender right now because of a Nerf gun.
You're a first offender because of a Nerf gun. That I've never even heard of that before.
And they tried to give me 200 years for it.
What? I've never even heard of that before.
They tried to give me 200 years for a Nerf gun.
That is crazy.
No, bro.
Okay.
But
so you got put in jail. How old were you when you got put in jail?
I was 18.
And then you got thrown in jail. You got out of jail, and you were broke.
I was
because you spent all the money on the lawyer fees.
I spent everything on the lawyer, and I got kicked out my spot. So I probably had about like 20,000 left. I spent all that on getting another spot.
Gotcha.
So I go get me another spot. Now I'm really poor. So at this point in my life, I'm like at the worst part of my life. Like I felt like this is my worst part of my life that I felt like. So I'm talking to God. I'm just telling him, I'm confused. Just show me what's right. Because at this point, I can't rely on the money no more. So I went to God. You feel what I'm saying? I'm keeping the book. I just went to God because I couldn't rely on the money. So I'm like, God, just show me like what I need to be doing. Just show me what I like. What is right? I'm just confused. I'm just so confused. Like I'm all the way lost. Like, I don't know if I get deep in the street. Do I go rob somebody? Do I wait for God to give me the money? Do I go make a song? I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, literally. So I'm like, God, just help me. And then later on, I wanted to kill somebody. Like really, really wanted to kill somebody. And then it's like God came to me in my head or said something. You ever heard somebody say they heard a vision? Or they heard a voice in their head?
Yeah.
I heard a real voice, but it was loud though. And it was like, if you let them live, if you don't go do that, this is not verbatim what he said. Basically what it was saying was like, let the man live, I'm going to turn you up more than you ever been, basically, in your career. You're going to be more successful than you ever been if you just listen to me. So I was like, all right, I'm going to let him live. I'm just chill. I ain't even going to do that.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, like, I get my first time getting off my own work. I got a $6,000 check from Disco Kid just off like music. So that's my first time getting that type of money by myself. The only other time I got some money like that was for my label.
Yeah, like when they paid you up front.
Yeah. So this was by myself. I did this by myself. So after that, that's when I started like locking in more on the street. If you know what I'm saying. I mean, not the street. I started locking in more on the music.
Yeah. Dang. Okay, so I kind of wanna highlight something that I think you said because I think it's important. So 18, you're broke, and then you said that humbled you because you're the type of guy that like cared about money a lot, and you would even make fun of people that didn't have money. But now you didn't have money, and it kind of humbled you. So you're in this moment where you're kind of humble. Would you? And you said that's kind of like your first eye awakening of like, okay, God is real.
Nah, that wasn't the first one. It was more so I always knew God was real. I didn't know which God was real. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why I was straddling the fence because it's so many different religions and spiritualities that everybody is playing off of and using to their advantage. I felt like religion or spirituality was basically pointless.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like it was used as a pun or excuse.
If you don't mind me asking, it's okay. You don't have to answer this, but like when you said you had the unction, like you wanted to kill someone, but you let them live.
Yeah.
What got you to that point? Like what got you there?
I had a brother. I felt like he was my brother. You know, I turned a couple individuals up. Like tried my hardest to help a couple of folk. And they had betrayed me. I gave them careers, put clothes on their back, food on their plate, family around. I mean, not family around. I clothed them, put food on their plate, gave them a career, roof over their head, everything. And when I had got out of jail, like everybody just started moving OD funny. Like everybody just started moving extra funny. Like one of my brothers, I felt like he was my brother. He switched up because he felt like I left one of my other brothers in jail. But my lawyer told me to give my brother a week and just let him sit for a week because he going to go back to court the next week and they going to let him out. I called my brother. I asked him if that was okay. I said, if not, I'll still bond you out. He was like, nah, twin. Like, if that can help you save some paper, then hey, let's do it. So they was either going to let him out or reduce his bond. Yeah. So either way, I ain't got to spend $30,000.
So for both of you guys were on the same page. Yeah. Even the guy that was in jail, you guys were like, yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah, he like twin, like you smooth twin, like I was trying to save the 30 racks that his bond cost for my other bond, my other brother bond, Kenny. My brother Kenny was locked up at the same time.
Wow.
He had got locked up for a murder, so his bond was $30,000.
Yeah. So
I was saving that to get him out because he was supposed to go to court the next month or like in the next couple of weeks, and they were gonna get him a bond. So I was like, just let me say that for twin, so I can bond twin out.
And are these guys that you're talking about that are in jail? Are they like guys that you met when you were describing you going deep in the street? Like these are friends that you made and like basically family.
I met Kenny in school. When I was going to Westlake, I used to go to school named Westlake. He was my brother. Like he the only one I really like got along with in school. You feel what I'm saying? He was really my brother. Like, cause we was boxing, and ain't nobody wanted to box for real.
Yeah.
But nobody wanted to box Kenny. Ain't nobody wanted to box me for real.
Oh, y'all like box all the time?
Yeah, we would just use the box for the YouTube videos. Like try to put on
dude,
YouTube.
Those videos are awesome. I used to watch those.
Yeah, so I tried to do YouTube. I tried to do YouTube, start making me some money instead of like serving. Cause well, it was kind of like happening at the same time. But I was trying to do YouTube and see if my YouTube would blow up, so I ain't got to sell weed.
Do you feel like that a lot of people that are selling right now on the street, would you say that they're selling because they want to, or they're selling because they have to, and that if they had another option, they wouldn't sell? Because that's what you're saying right now. You're like, dude, I was trying to get out. Like, and even back when you said you were selling, you said you were just trying to be independent, and the opportunity was there. So would you say that's?
Yeah, I say, all right. 50% of the people in the street, it's like a half and half. Some of them ain't got nowhere to go, and then some of them just doing it look cool. But me personally, it was really like that's all I knew. My dad, if he was getting money. And he wasn't getting money with no job. You see what I'm saying? So when I grew up and got old enough to understand that I wasn't finna make it to the league, I was like, I need to start making some money now. So I don't want to be living with my grandma when I'm 18 and 19, and I don't want to be stealing my mom. I don't want to be stealing my grandma's house. So the only way I knew how to get money was to start serving. Dad ain't never teach me about real estate. He ain't never teach me about none of that. Nothing besides a job that can get me some paper. And my dad ain't worked no job. So I was like, man, I'm following my dad's lead. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, only way I seen somebody ever get money like how I want was serving. That's what I did. And I felt like in 9th grade I had to grow up because, like I said, I ain't want to be 18, 19, still living with my grandma. So
right.
Before I get out of high school, I'm gonna have me some money.
Yeah.
So that was my way of doing it.
So we're back in this spot where that guy betrayed you and that made you feel like you literally wanted to kill him. And then you hear this voice that basically tells you not to do it.
Yeah, see, I don't want to make it look like I was overreacting. The reason I felt like this is because I was taught death before dishonor. Where I'm from is death before dishonor. By death before dishonor, know what I'm saying? But before I switch on you, I die. Because you supposed to be my brother. Before I switch up on you, I'm going to ride to the wheel fall off.
Yeah.
That's how we supposed to be. That's how I was taught. So if I put you on money or career, we went shopping countless times. I ain't never asked you for nothing. I'm the one giving you things. I'm the one paying for your food, got a roof over your head. Then you want to switch just because, first of all, he ain't switched because I left my brother in jail. He said that. He really had pressure. Like, he had undercover pressure. You see what I'm saying? Like, I had been asking him for like 2 months. Like, what's on his chest? Because he always was acting funny. Yeah. But he never like said nothing. When I bought down on him and be like, hey, Twin, you smooth? Like, you got something you want to get off your chest? He be like, nah, Twin, I'm just tripping about my lawyer. I'm just tripping about, and I'm just going through a whole lot in life right now. Like, he'll just be capping. So I was blue, like, when he pushed up on me and he tried me, like, I'm not taking care of the bros. I'm like, and even if I wasn't, like, I don't got to do nothing. Yeah. But point being, on top of that, you not putting in on no type of bond. You not helping me with nothing. So how you trying to tell me that I left my brother in jail? You don't even know what's going on. Yeah. And we supposed to be bros. What you talking about? Like, you supposed to help me out. We all supposed to be one. So what? Like, it just caught me for a loop because I thought we were cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like you did everything for him, and then all of a sudden
it just flipped like that.
But you know what's crazy is you're just saying, like, right now, which I think there's just so much truth to this, even in that moment. And keep in mind, we're just leading up to what God's doing. So this is before God's really done something in your heart. There's so much power in just being honest with people and having conversations. Because I feel like if he would have just talked to you the times that you approached him and were like, dude, do you want to talk about things? If he would just talk to you, that probably would have never happened where he like pressed up on you. Because it's all just built up frustration that like you gave him the opportunity to talk. And
exactly,
there's so much, like, because I'm a big overthinker. Like, if I got something on my chest and I'm not able to talk about it, I understand the buildup. Like, I understand your brain going to the extremes and, oh, well, you know, Tony's not helping our friends and he's just not doing that, and he's just getting in his head probably about something that really didn't matter.
Exactly.
You know?
He said the problem was they felt like I was the only one having money out the group and I wasn't helping nobody. But first of all, I was, and second of all, if you not getting no money and you're a grown man, I'm younger than everybody. Let me remind you, I always grew up around and hung around people who were older than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm the big bro, but you supposed to be my big bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it was just weird to me that everybody felt some type of way that I'm the only one having paid, but ain't nobody working. I'm the only one putting in work.
Yeah.
Like, everybody stopped rapping, stopped working, doing everything. Like,
because they could like leech off of you.
They felt like it until they just stopped coming around. Like,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? One day they started feeling real. I peeped the jealousy. Like, they stopped coming to the studio, all that type of stuff. So, you know, I'm still keeping it 100 with them, though. I'm staying genuine. You feel what I'm saying? But it was like, and that what threw me off. It was like a switch. Like, I seen that they was acting funny. He was acting funny, but after I got locked up, it was just a switch. Like, as soon as I got out, everything just got weird. Everything just got weird.
So you got locked up again?
No. I'm talking about the first time.
The first time.
Yeah, when I got out, like, that's what I'm telling you. Like, it was weird though, cause like Like imagine me and you kicking it. You go away I wasn't even locked up for like 2 days. I get locked up for like maybe 2 days. I get out, I bond right out. As soon as I get out, I'm trying to push up on him, like see if he's smooth, all that. Just acting funny, like stop responding, stop answering the phone. I'm like,
because it was now you needed them to be there for you.
Exactly.
And no one was there. It's, man, what I keep just hearing is like, there's this like, everything that you're saying, the way you grew up, the friends and this type of story, there's like this hustle and grind and this like love. I'm not saying from you, I'm saying from everybody. It's crazy how the love of money can distort people or make people think, because that's really what it sounds like. Your friends having this love for money, and it's kind of throwing people off. I mean, money's not a bad thing. It's just when people love money more than they love God,
then
it jacks people up, and then money's their God, and it messes people up.
And like I said, I'm gonna give you my perspective. Just imagine these your bros right here, man.
Yeah.
And you're overextending, not just y'all working together. You're the one working, and they the one eating. You working, they leech, right? They not doing nothing. They just sit here. Just imagine that. And you the one doing the podcast. You the one doing the editing. You the one. This is my point. Saying I make my own beats. I'm the one putting people on all these boys on money. And I ain't even telling you. We can go deep. We can go deep with it. This is what got me right here. Not only did I turn them up, it was another engineer. It was the one dude, he was engineering me. He didn't even make beats. I was making beats. All he did was engineer. He seen how I made beats. I inspired him to make beats. This when I'm 18, I'm like just turned 18, 17 years old. Like, You know what I'm saying? One or the other. So he see how I make beats. He start getting inspired by me, start making beats like me. Now he do beats. He pretty successful with the beats.
Yeah.
He didn't have nowhere to stay. He didn't have nowhere to do his sessions at and engineer no more, because his mama wouldn't let him engineer in the house. My uncle blessed me with a studio.
Wow.
So we had extra rooms in the studio. So get what I do? I let him live in the studio. And my uncle gave me the studio. This supposed to be my studio. I let him have one of the rooms so he could do studio sessions in the room.
Wow.
This man get the pillow talking to my baby mama, telling her that I be with other girls and I don't really like her for real, and I be talking about her behind her back, just all type of weird, like just moving funny. Not only that, they thought they had another artist who was gonna end up blowing up, so they stopped messing with me for real. They start putting all their effort into the other little bro who they thought was gonna blow up instead of me.
Yeah.
So at this time, this all happening at the same time. But what was weird about our whole thing, this what was funny to me. They didn't even like little bro they were trying to switch up on me for it. When I first met all these boys, they used to talk about this man. All of a sudden, he get a little buzz. Now, all of a sudden, it's, all y'all down with him. Y'all switching up on me. Like, they trying to take my studio that my uncle gave me and use it to help little bro. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, bro, why is everybody acting funny right now? Like, I'm the one who gave everybody their opportunity. So I'm like, bro, like, where is this? Like, it was a switch, gang. Like, it literally like happened like in a span of like maybe a couple of days. Like, come back, it's all like this. Everything's just weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? What's going on right now?
So all these guys are switching up on you.
Basically.
And I get the point you're making. It's like, you know, if the guys if our team was just here and they didn't work and I was doing everything and they switched up, you know, it would be crazy. I get what you're saying.
Basically, like, you did all the work, you put them on. After they get on, they like, nah, we don't need you no more. And you're like, I just gave every last one of y'all a chance.
Yeah.
And I sacrificed. Like, it's not like, bro, I'm like, my uncle, they bringing, I got smoke in my city. It's real smoke where I'm at. So,
like, against you?
Yeah. So it's like, you might do a session and bring the wrong in here. And then I end up doing whatever to him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm locked up for it. Or these are real problems I used to have. Like I say, the other, we're gonna give him a name. Let's just say B. All right, so B start bringing, let me get the other little rapper name that they switched up for. Water. They just say B start bringing water. he started bringing water to come rap. And I'm like, bro, you were just talking about this man. Like, you told me he got robbed. You told me he ain't talking about nothing. You told me he freezing on licks and he's scary and he going out bad. So why is you bringing him around me?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you don't even like this. Why is you bringing him around me? And why is you using the studio that's supposed to be ours for him? Book him a session. Why is you bringing him around me? I don't even like this. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But my
yeah.
point is saying, like, I'm like, bro, I don't even like him, gang. And you don't like him. So why is he around? What
Yeah.
what is this? What is that?
Yeah.
And then it gets to the point where he start getting mad. Come putting him on the spot for bringing all these randoms in my studio. I'm like, bro, I don't know none of these folk, gang. I be in here, I'm in here fly. I got diamond bracelets. I got 2-3 diamond chains. I got my ring on. I got a watch. I got Rolex on me. A straight white diamond Rolex. And I always got to fly straight designer down. This is when I used to rock straight designer. I'm Dolce to the kicks. I'm Gucci on the top. I'm a Miri on the pants. Like, every day. So I'm like, bro, you look like a walking lick. Why is you bringing random here?
And they might come and, like, you know, try to rob you or something like that.
Exactly. And I don't know them. Yeah. So if they do something to me, I'm going to do something to you.
And why would you say, like, you know, I get it. There seems to be, like, a lot of tension between people in the rap game in Atlanta. Like, why is that?
Just so much politics.
Is it jealousy? Is it really just jealousy?
It's a lot of jealousy. Nobody wants to see somebody doing better than them. Yeah. That's just all it is. And when you start, it's kind of like the dope game. Imagine your block moving. You got a lot of business coming through your block. I just come out of nowhere and start posting up on your block. And I'm taking out your business. Now your fiends start coming to me. Or we can make it more subtle. Let's say you selling lemonade on your block. Mm-hmm. I come and set up right next to you and start selling lemonade, the same lemonade you selling, but I start making more money and everybody coming to me and buying my lemonade instead of yours. Yeah. It's kind of like,
it's all just competition. Like, I think what you're echoing about your story before Jesus is a lot of people's story in different contexts, right? A lot of people have felt betrayed. A lot of people have felt used. A lot of people have been enslaved to money, fame, you know, drug. People's stories are different, but that's like the echo of sin. Like, that's just people's stories, like they're drowning in sin. What was the breaking point for you? What was the moment and the switch for you? Okay. After all this stuff is going on?
Life kept going, so life got deeper and deeper. After that, I moved again. So I went and got me another apartment. I got locked up again. This time when I was locked up, they had denied my bond. I had got locked up for a switch. My brother had claimed the charge for me, but they had held me in jail for like 4 more months after that because of the prior charges I had.
Gotcha. Wait, so someone took the blame for you?
Yeah. Wow. He took the blame for me, but they still held me. So at that point, I knew it was God talking to me. I was like, once they denied my bond the second time and I knew I was really finna sit, I was like, okay. So God, I'm like, I know God talking to me. Like, this is ordained. It ain't no way that I'm just sitting here in jail. Especially for some, like a water gun, bro. Come on, man. Yeah. Got me sitting, come on. I knew it was God. So I was like, I'm like, okay, so what do I do? All right, boom. All right. I get to reading the Bible. That's the only thing I can do in there. So now I'm strictly in my book. I'm getting real revelation. Like, I'm getting real revelation. So I'm going to just fast forward a little bit. Basically, it was just, I got out of jail. I was still on the fence. And my brother died. When my brother died, this was probably about a month ago at this point. It was just so shell-shocking because I still got revelation from it. Like, I was asking God why it happened the way it happened, but it was because I was high. You know, I was all like 2 perks. Like I had just rolled up like 7 blunts. I smoked, probably was on my 8th blunt, rolling up my 8th blunt.
Just like sad?
Yeah, and he died. And it was nothing that could help me. Afterwards, I was trying to pop OD pills and smoke OD, but it wasn't nothing helping me. I couldn't even get high. And I'm off 2-3 perks. I'm off 8 blunts. I'm not high.
And you're just coping with the death of your brother? Like it was all just a coping mechanism?
But I couldn't get high. And I knew that at this point, it was time for me to choose what life I wanted to live. I knew this was my last choice. And I'm keeping everything real surface level with a lot of these stories.
For sure.
Because I just don't want to talk your head off. But my point of saying that is it went from me getting kicked out of the house to getting deeper in the street to I slowed down a little bit that first time I got locked up for the Nerf gun thing. Yeah. I started learning a little bit about God, knowing to be a little bit more humble, but I was still in the street. After that, I got locked up again. That's what opened my eyes to knowing that it was in the real near future I'm gonna have to get close to God, like, and actually give my life to Him. But I just didn't know when I was gonna do it. And then the third strike was when my brother died. So it was like, wow. It was like, all right, bro, you on your last strike. Like, I felt like He took somebody that was real close to me to show me that I'm probably gonna be next if I don't grow up. You feel what I'm saying? Wow. So I was like, I don't want to die because I know I'm going to go to hell. So I was like, man, it's just time for me to just go ahead and lock in and just let go of the drugs. I knew I was supposed to been let go of the drugs. I know I'm supposed to start using my influence for something positive instead of, still playing on the fence, still spewing curses in my music, still influencing people to do wrong. So, and I ain't even tell you, the reason I got locked up, let me go back, cause I'm missing one part. The reason I got locked up was the same dude that I told you changed on me. Yeah. I guess he saw me at a smoke shop, and I ain't seen him. So when I pulled off, he went in there and did a video and said I couldn't go to the store. And this is where I'm from. Like, this really where I'm from. So I'm like, yeah, I pull up to the store. So next day, when he did the video, he did the video, and the next day after he did the video, I pull up. I'm like, you ain't finna tell me where I can't go in my city. Just being prideful. Yeah. So after that, I pull up to the store. The nigga tell on me. I get locked up. He called the police on me. That's what had me reminiscing in jail. I forgot to tell you that. That's what had me reminiscing, because I knew that this nigga played me out my position. And I played myself out my position, worrying about somebody who already wanted to see me lose anyway. Yeah. So I was like, after that, I knew that the street wasn't the way, because I thought folks was really on that, how I thought I was on that. Like, yeah. But it don't really be like that. It's all an image, it's all an internet game. Yeah. And I had to realize that, like, some of them really do be on that. I ain't saying that certain people in the street don't be on that, because some folk do be on that. But my point of being that is it was all pointless. Wow. After I knew the life I thought was cool was pointless, I was like, well, I got to grow up. Yeah. Now I got to grow up. And if being in the street is pointless, then what is the point of life? And that's what I was starting to try to figure out. Like, what is real? I started doing research on all religions, on all spiritualities, and I started paying attention that it's everything, every religion that has some type of Jesus. Yeah. It just, they play with Jesus in certain type of ways. So I was trying to see which Jesus is the real one and which God is the real God. Yeah. I wanted to know what was right, and I knew God was right. I just didn't know which God was right. Yeah. So I started doing my research, and ain't nothing add up like Christianity. Everything down to the biblical principles, down to the way it tells you to live, down to why it tells you to live how you live, down to the peace you get when you say Jesus' name, down to the peace He's given me in my life, down to every time I prayed to Him, He made something happen. That was the point right there. Like, yeah. After I opened my eyes and I started doing like research on Jesus, I knew Jesus was the real Messiah. Man, have
you been able to forgive that guy?
I forgive him.
That's the coolest thing ever, how like the love of God will give you that strength that you try to find in yourself to forgive people. Man, I think your story's beautiful because you go from...
I got a good one too. I got to tell you after you get done.
The season of of hardship, trial, long season of being enslaved to everything but Jesus. And then Jesus changed their life. Now you change your music, you change the way you talk, you change the way you interact with people. Now, I mean, I think what you said about, man, you were just reading the Bible every day and it was changing the way you think, you renewing your mind. Now you're here. Man, I really believe, because I know you got to catch your flight here in a few minutes. If you could, like, tell someone watching or listening to this, like, how would you encourage someone watching or listening to this to leave their life of sin and submit to God?
I ain't gonna force nothing on nobody, but I tell you to try to go build a relationship with him. Don't look at it as religion. Don't look at it as restriction. Look at it as relation. Look at it as you just trying to figure out what's right in life, because nobody know what's right until you do know what's right. So what I say is, don't go by your own understanding, because your heart is deceitful and wicked. Like God says, you got to listen to your spirit, not your heart. And God is your spirit. You have a Holy Spirit. So within saying that, I tell you just to pray for understanding. I pray and just pray that God help you find the right way, not the way you want, the right way. Find the right way. And as men, we think with logic. As people, we're supposed to think with logic. Women think about feelings, but as people, we are supposed to think about logic. And by me saying that, I want you to just go do your own research and don't listen to nobody else's word. That's what got me off the track of my relation with God. I know that me listening to Hebrew Israelites and me listening to Muslims and me listening to even my little Jew buddies, I was listening to all, even my E5 partners, like every different person. I was listening to too many different people instead of listening to what was really right. When I prayed and asked for wisdom and discernment and how to and guidance, I made it. I made it to where I was supposed to be. And I got one more story I want to tell you real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody who wants to be in an industry, understand what industry you are becoming of. Understand where you want to go, because the music industry, the entertainment industry is ran by the devil. And I want y'all to know this. I thought it was cap. I thought the devil was cap. I thought God was cap. Now, I ain't gonna say I thought God was cap. I just thought it wasn't no Illuminati. I thought it wasn't none of that going. But what I want folks to know is, I know you probably seen the story I was telling about me getting booked for a photo shoot and having a real encounter with the devil. So,
wait, you had an encounter with the devil?
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that. Can you like?
They booked me for a photo shoot. This is what made me start getting into God right before I got locked up again.
Yeah.
This is how I knew God was talking to me, though. I was straddling the fence still on belief. This is why I was telling you, I didn't know what to believe, because I was getting into all the spirituality. I ain't know what to believe. And God sent me a real encounter. So I went up. I got booked for a photo shoot. They took me all the way up this mountain. I was on top of the mountain. We finished the photo shoot. They have OD cars. They got a 3-seater McLaren. They got a Ferrari. And I'm asking them, like, how y'all get all this money? Like, how y'all do this? Like, they like, we do demonic rituals. I'm laughing. I'm like, no, you don't, bro. I'm like, how you get this money? Don't put me on. I'm trying to get like y'all. Like, nah, we do demonic rituals. I say, so what type of demonic ritual? He say, the Illuminati never talked to you. I'm laughing. I'm still laughing at him. Like, bro, you playing a game. Like, why y'all playing with me? Stop playing. Like, how y'all getting this money? He like, bro, no, for real. Leonardo DiCaprio do all the initiation. I'm like, what? I'm like, who is that? What is you talking about, gang? He was like, he giving me a list of people who all did it. I'm gonna keep it PG-13. He was basically saying, either you let them peg you or you do oral and you'll get whatever you want. Tell them what you want. If you want to be the next big actress, next big whoever, I can take you to somebody. And all you gotta let them do is just do what they want to do to you, just for a night. Basically do some gay. That's what he was telling me. I'm like, hell no, you playing, gang. You playing. So I'm still not trying to believe this. And he like, this when they get to laughing, they like, oh, we need to take him to the booty club. I'm like, man, stop playing with me, bro. He like, bro, I can make it happen. Now, while they doing all this, I'm trying to call my Uber. We on top of the mountain though. So I don't got no service. So I'm like, all right, I see which one need to work on me. They take off. The people who booked me, they take off. Like I tell them, I'm like, all right, y'all can take me to y'all Korean barbecue. But I'm telling them this because they was telling me, they was like, when I start calling my Uber, my flight was finna take off. So they was like, man, your flight finna take off anyway. Let us just get you a hotel and you can come get some food at our Korean barbecue. I'm like, at first I was like, nah. But then I ain't had no service to get downstairs. Get down the hill.
Right.
So I'm telling them, take me down to the bottom of the mountain. When I'm not telling them this, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna let them take me to the Korean barbecue. Then when we get down there, I'm gonna just call me an Uber and go. So I tell them, like, take me down to the Korean barbecue. They like, okay, Shmoo, good, okay, boom. The people who booked me left. After they leave, I'm in the car with the other dude that they called up to have a photo shoot with me or take pictures, because he come up and he like to take pictures with celebrities to make him look like he was rich or famous. I get in the car with him in the 3-seater McLaren. This man, as we going down, see, on the way up, we go all the way up, like in the swivel, like all the way around the mountain. Yeah. On the way down, we take a right. So he not going the same way that we came up. So I'm like, what the hell? So then that's what I try. I'm like, okay. I'm like, take me to go get some McDonald's, gang. I'm like, Ishmael, I want to go get some McDonald's. He said, we not going to take you to get no McDonald's. We spent all this money to get you up here. This face change, gang. In front of me. You see Venom? Like,
yeah, like
Spider-Man?
Yeah, from Spider-Man.
Kind of like that. It wasn't like OD, like long, like the veins, OD long got his face. It was probably about this wide. Like, face change. I'm like, what the? Like, it's probably about like right here. Like, all I can say, bro, it was like, kind of like the Sandman. Like how you'll see somebody morph into something. Yeah. It's like that. It threw me all the way off. So I'm confused now. I'm like, okay. I didn't know how to get out the car. I would have been got out the car. We in the 3-seater McLaren, so it's like a button you got to push to get up out of there. Gotcha. So he backing in. Now he backing into somebody driveway. He smack a mailbox. So now he hit the button and he get up out of there. He hit the button and get up out of there. I see the button. I'm getting up out of there too. I hit the button. Guess what? It's a mailman come out of nowhere. I run up to him. I'm like, hey, bro, let me get in the back of your truck. He looking at me like, what the hell? No. I look at him. I'm like, bro, just let me get in the back of your truck, bro. Like, please, just take me down. Take me down to the bottom. Please, just take me down to the bottom. It was God. He took me down to the bottom. Like, if I were him, I wouldn't have took me down to the bottom. Some random trying to get in the back of my truck. Hell no. He took me down to the bottom, and I called an Uber, and I just left. The whole thing was just, I felt it in my spirit. Soon as I got up to the top of that mountain, it was something off. Was something wrong. Yeah. Yeah. And I've never seen no motion like that. Like, where I'm from, like, 100,000, that's smooth. Like, we hunt, that's hood rich. You get you 100,000, you up 100,000, get you a nice car, a little spot, you good. Like, these folk having real money.
So you knew, like, based on their stats, like, there was something wrong.
It wasn't even that. It was the fact of how, when I got up there, first of all, that whole mountain just felt funny. Then, when it was time for me to go, it started kicking in. When I was trying to get my Uber, and I seen that they had me at the top of the mountain, no service, no nothing. And they came up here. Out of everybody, they came up to the one spot. I'm like, man, hell no.
You knew something was off.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you even then, like, you knew from that moment, like, man, I can't be doing that. Even before you were fully submitted to Christ. And now looking back on it, it's crazy how, like, the devil will overplay his hand. And then you, like, literally, this guy's like, yeah, bro, we do demonic rituals and it's like normal. And you're like, what? That's crazy. And now you're serving the Lord and you're just like, dude, these guys, I think there's a big encouragement there just to let, like, our battle's not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. And I really believe the devil's overplaying his hand now. And
he definitely is. That's basically what I was saying, though. I just wanted to give my testimony. The reason I'm telling this story is because it comes from me. Like, where I'm from, we don't I ain't gonna say necessarily believe in the devil, but we don't really pay attention to the devil. Like, it's not big. We trying to get some money and stay out the way. That's it. Get some money, get fly, stay out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me to actually see that in my face, I was just, see, what I'm trying to say is this coming from me, bro. If you know me, you know me. If you don't know me, then the people on camera, you ain't got to believe me. I don't care.
Yeah.
But if you know me, you know I don't do no capping. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
I don't just lie. I don't just talk.
Yeah.
I really saw this.
I believe it.
And it made me, that's what made me know that the devil and God was real. But that's what made me start to understand what is the real God. Since the devil real, what is the real God?
Yeah.
And within this last year and a year, that was done 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But that was like a year and a half. But within this year and a half, that's what's been getting me closer to God. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you saw the darkness.
I seen it.
And now you're in the light with Jesus.
This is why I have to use my influence for good, like how you doing. Because the only thing that's important is winning souls. And if to anybody out there who isn't Christian, I just hope you live a godly lifestyle, because greed will never get you to where you want to be. In life, it's different brackets. You know, it's a certain group of people who own everything. And when you get to a certain level of influence, you can no longer be on the fence. And what I'm saying is, if I own everything and your level of influence is getting to the point where you can put a movement together that can possibly break down my empire, you gotta go. Because it's business. This is what they say, it's business. So if you're hurting my pockets, and then you have enough to not only hurt my pockets, but start building your own empire like how I did, this world ain't big enough for the both of us. It's my world. That's how they look at it. And they own everything. And we don't fight against flesh or blood. We fight against principalities and rulers in higher places. The devil is the highest ruler. Under the devil becomes his pawns. And with his pawns, who runs this world? The devil. But okay, if the devil runs this world, then who else is running this world in the physical? If devil runs it in the spiritual, who runs it in the physical? I ain't even got to do all that. Just do your own research on who runs it in the physical. And then when you start saying, oh, they run it, well, who else is rich? And who else is getting to this paper like them? Everybody who has influence, they ain't pushing Jesus.
Right.
They ain't pushing Jesus. You don't see Jesus on TV.
Yeah.
You see sex, money, murder.
Yeah.
That's what you see.
Yep.
So why is the people who own everything pushing sex, money, murder? And why in the Bible does it say Revelation 3:9? In Revelation 3:9, why does it say that? And you say, damn. Well, it's a certain group of people who own everything. And anybody who went against it, they died. Anybody who got a little bit of influence and push something opposite than what the people who own everything is pushing, they died. So why is that? Because Jesus is the real way. They're pushing the opposite of Jesus because they believe something other than Jesus. But Jesus is the only way.
Praise God.
Amen.
Tony, thank you for coming on, bro. We appreciate you. Love you. Thank you for sharing your testimony and what God's doing in you. Man, I'm just so grateful for you. Thanks for sitting with us, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me. I hope y'all learned something.
Guys, thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode. If you guys like it, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, Instagram, and TikTok. Bless you guys, and see you guys next week for the next episode.